So that is where the blue sky started to meet the line of the grayer sky below it. And that's all that's left of it. I needed to recharge the battery in the camera, so I did not film much of what I was doing. And once I got to doing it, I forgot about everything and just kept painting, as sometimes I do. But there is the sky. It's not finished. All I've done is put in my first colors. Let me just back the camera off a minute here. I can maybe point some colors out to you. Oops. That's not backing off. That's backing it off. Okay. So we have a bit of a line here still, right? That line used to run right across the painting. And as I mentioned yesterday, or last time, I thought that I would end up, sort of blending the two, but not completely blending it, keeping the blend a bit loose. I like the idea of maybe a mist, maybe a fog, maybe quite distant clouds. They're not going to look so distant by the time I'm done. So this little spot, I'm just going to finish that. This is, up here I have ultramarine blue, very small amounts of raw umber, sometimes yellow ochre and alizarin crimson as well. Very small amounts, just to vary it. If I just had used ultramarine blue and titanium white across the top, we'd have a very high chroma, cartoonish color running right across the top of the painting, which could be fine in some cases, but I didn't want it on this painting. So what I did, pretty much, I painted in first the bottom part, okay? Take this line, which is now a very fuzzy line, and below it. And I painted that in. You can see areas here where I have a little more ultramarine blue and alizarin crimson, here and here, both containing hints of raw umber as well. And then you will see some areas here, that's yellow ochre and a little alizarin crimson and some white, of course. There's white in everything that I've mixed on the sky. To bring up some warmer colors, and then we've just added some white and in places and gone a little cooler. Some places, this is mostly ultramarine blue. Below here there is ultramarine blue. There's more cobalt blue used in the grays here. Makes for a bit of a cooler gray. So what do I have in this sky? The colors that I have used: ultramarine blue, cobalt blue, raw umber, yellow ochre, alizarin crimson, titanium white. All in varying degrees, and of course in varied places. I want to keep a measure of a variety, in my strokes in the sky. I wanted it to be fairly soft. But that's no reason to kill the colors. May as well still have some color in it. So I'll finish up. I'm going to finish up the top here, and once that's done, and before it's dry, okay, stop painting. Get back to talking. Before it's dry, which means within the next hour or so, I'm going to put a little more form. I'm going to allow some of this sky to catch some light. I'll be using likely cobalt blue, yellow ochre, titanium white, maybe hints of raw umber. But by far the most will be yellow ochre and titanium white, because I'd like to have a bit of sparkle. Let's say that the sun is not catching all this fog in the background. It's not even catching these trees in the background. The sun is mainly going to be catching this stuff in the foreground. So I don't want competition from this area of the sky down here, but I still think I can put in a little bit more of a little more interest into the sky. some sort of a design, you know, some sort of a loose design, nothing too strong or clear, but it needs a little bit. This is a little bit vague. So okay, I've done the overpainting of the sky. After that, I'm going to do one more step, and that will be to put the sparkle on in a few spots, not everywhere. We're going to confine it to, I don't want it right here, I don't think. I think we'll have something running across a little bit. It might cut from this color up into this color a little bit. We'll see. You'll see it on the next video once the sky is done. So, okay, so I used all these colors down below and painted it in and left this line in. Then I've gone in with my ultramarine blue and well, okay, not pure ultramarine as I said, but ultramarine blue. And then I would, you know, lace them in it. And then once the knife didn't have much on it, then I'll drop in on these colors here, and I'll put a stroke here. And oh, got a little more ultramarine on there now. So how about if we put a stroke of ultramarine down here? You know, that's how you marry the two. Take steel from here, put it on here, steel from here, and put it on here. At that point, you're using your canvas as your palette. So I do a bit of that all the way through. And eventually you have still a line, but it's not too strong, dividing these colors from these colors. Okay, just a quick one, but I like the decision to calm the sky down, not to have any strong lines in there. That's going to really help punch this up when that gets painted. Have a good day, guys.